Hello there, this is the Power Circuit. The transmission company of Nigeria TCN continues to bring you this program to always inform you about key steps and actions in the Nigerian electricity supply industry, NESI. I am Amara Agogaisi, and today here is what we have for you. Minister engages stakeholders on resolving critical issues to improve electricity supply. Lagos region of TCN commissions 2 power transformers at Alabon transmission substation. In the interview segment, the Assistant General Manager, Shipping and Expediting at TCN, Engineer Aminu Samaila Abarishi, tells us more about the role of his department in accelerating the delivery of power transmission orders and supplies from original equipment manufacturers overseas. You'll be learning a lot about this, so get ready. The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, is up and running, ensuring that critical issues affecting power supply are resolved with utmost immediacy. This report brings you a highlight of the Minister's most recent engagement with stakeholders on issues regarding gas supply for power generation and collaborations with state governments.
The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, had a meeting with the operators of the power generation companies, GENCOs, and the distribution companies, DISCOs, to address the issue of lower electricity supply. The discussion also addressed the indebtedness to GENCOs by the Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading Company, MBET. However, the minister said work is ongoing on validating the debts and determining a fair resolution. To resolve gas supply constraints at the GENCO's level, Chief Adebayo revealed that a committee has been set up involving all stakeholders to make recommendations on how to resolve it and ensure a more reliable and consistent power supply for Nigerians. The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, also met with the Nigeria's Governors Forum and State's Energy Commissioners. This is in a bid to further promote provision for quality power supply to households, businesses, and underserved communities in the country through collaboration between states and the federal government. The meeting with the NGF also focused on the development of a subnational electricity market, Nigeria's subnational electricity market support program, and the National Electricity Policy and Strategic Implementation Plan. The Director General of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Mr. Asishana Akaoru, listed areas of concern of the NGF as he emphasized the need to foster collaboration between the federal and state governments on electricity matters. The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, also had a meeting with the Minister of State, Gas, Honorable Ekperikpe Ekpo. The meeting was on how to find a lasting solution to gas supply to GENCOs and how to prioritize gas supply for the purpose of power generation.
It's break time. Stay with us.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmits bulk electricity from power generating companies, GENCOs, distribution load centers of distribution companies, DISCOs, nationwide. At TCN, we transport bulk electricity at very high voltage to DISCOs, who now off-take it and distributes it directly to electricity customers nationwide. TCN does not generate electricity. We transport the quantum of power generated to distribution load centers. TCN does not distribute electricity directly to electricity consumers. Our job stops where that of the DISCOs begin. TCN consists of 2 distinct business units: the Transmission Service Provider, TSP, and Independent System Operation, ISO. ISO comprises System Operation, SO, and Market Operation, MO. Each business unit performs specialized functions under the TCN umbrella. TCN, transmitting bulk electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
More power transformers mean more capacity to evacuate bulk electricity for onward distribution to consumers. The Lagos region of the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) is glad to announce the commissioning of two newly installed 100 by 125 MVA power transformers at the 330, 132, 33 kilovolts Alabon transmission substation in Lagos State. Here is the report.
The delivery, installation, energizing and commissioning of 2 units of power transformers, part of ongoing TCN's rehabilitation projects tailored to boost power supply nationwide. Speaking on this, the General Manager, Transmission at the Lagos region, Engineer Mujid Akintola, said the additional capacity was significant for the substation.
We are commissioning a 2 by 100 125 MVA transformer in Alagbon substation. We have 240 MVA here before these 2 transformers. So with this transformer now, the capacity of the station at the 132 level will be 440.
There is quite an observable impact of this on power consumers in Ikoyi, Victoria Island, Banana Island and Lekki, who are under the franchise area of Eko Electricity Distribution Company.
The whole of Ikoyi, Victoria Island, Banana Island and some part of Lekki will benefit from the supply from this station.
Engineer Akintola also acknowledged the support of the World Bank and the TCN Project Management Unit in delivering the project.
This project was sponsored by World Bank, monitored by the Project Monitoring Unit of Transmission Company of Nigeria, and the Transmission Company of Nigeria Lagos region will maintain the substation.
Engineer Tukuru Bamali, an Assistant General Manager, World Bank Project Management Unit at the TCN headquarters, gave further details about the Alagbon substation enhancement project.
This project is part of the World Bank project under the Rehabilitation Reinforcement Project under NETAP. That's the name of the project. And we are working across all over Nigeria. This is one of the 2 by 125 MVA power transformer that has been energized around 11:30 this morning. We are working in 10 substations in Lagos. We are working in, of course, here, and then we are working in Ijora, we are working in Maryland, Lekki, and some other stations, up to 10 stations.
Engineer Bamali also lauded the World Bank for the support in completing the project.
We appreciate the World Bank country office in Nigeria, and also we appreciate the MPTCN for giving us all the necessary support to execute this project. At a later time, we will invite both the Honorable Minister and the TCN MD with all the management team to come for the proper ceremony for this project. This project will increase the capacity of this station, and therefore definitely will improve the socio-economic of Lagos and environs.
After the break, the interview segment will be right here.
Oh my God, what caused this fire? Eh? Hey, God help us. Assuming this thing happened in the night, nobody from this building would have come out alive.
Madam, hey, this is why we have warned landlords not to erect structures under the high voltage lines. If this high voltage line fell on the ground, nothing would have happened. But because this structure has been wrongly erected and the high voltage line fell on it, that is why whatever has happened has happened. We advise landlords to always consult the Transmission Company of Nigeria on their safety compliance on the right of way, so that something like this does not happen again.
Oga, we are talking of burnt house and you are talking of right of way. What is right of way and safety compliance?
Safety compliance simply means before erecting any structure around any electricity tower or line, there are safety distances you must adhere to. These safety distances are 25 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 330 kV, 15 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 132 kV, and 7.5 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 33/11 kV. These stipulated safety distance instructions are what we call right of way. If these simple, basic safety distances are adhered to, trust me, there will be less loss of property and lives resulting from cut transmission lines.
Visit Transmission Company of Nigeria office nearest to you for your safety regulations before erecting structures. Let us save lives and properties and build a stronger Nigeria. This message is from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
Here you are on the interview segment of the Power Circuit. The Assistant General Manager, Shipping and Expediting at TCN, Engineer Aminu Samaila Barishi, speaks about the role of his department in accelerating the delivery of power transmission supplies from original equipment manufacturers overseas. Let's get ready to learn about this task at the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. What is the role and responsibility of the expediting department at TCN?
We fast-track all the projects undergoing in power expansion. All the projects that is being carried out in Transmission Company of Nigeria, the equipment, we fast-tracked it right from the manufacturers down to shipping to our terminals in Nigeria and to our various project sites. All the projects, after request, that's after having a contract agreement with the contractors, whatever they are supplying, they provide the full information to us before the manufacturers decide to ship in the facilities. So we have various requests that we collect from the contractors, such as the bill of lading, the commercial invoice, the parking list, the sun cap, and others, to enable us facilitate the movement of the equipments from the country they are manufacturing to Nigeria by requesting for an IDEC and PA. IDEC is an import duty exemption certificate that's normally been issued from Federal Minister of Finance, and PA is another certificate we collect from CBN that will exempt the power equipments from any tax payment to facilitate
the installation of the equipments at the various sites. If you import whatever after having a contract agreement, whatever you are importing, it must have an import duty exemption certificate. Otherwise, the customs will stop it at the terminals. So we fast-tracked the movement of the equipments by providing IDEX certificate to the contractors. The IDEX certificate will reflect at the custom portal at the site, at the terminal site, so that whenever the goods arrives, it has been cleared that this social equipment belongs to the federal government of Nigeria, that it shouldn't be tampered with, it should be tax-free. We have various equipment that are tax-free by provision of something we call HS code. So HS code is being provided by finance to customs, identifying the types of goods that arrives. We have some goods that are exempted from tax. We have some goods that are not exempted from tax. So by provision of this IDEC, we enable the contractor to remove all the equipments imported, power equipments imported to the various sites.
Are there significant challenges in clearing deliveries at the ports?
There's something we call overtime cargoes. That's containers that have overstayed within the terminals. So automatically, we used to meet the customs, discuss with them, and we declare them as overtime. We write through the custom chief to give us a go-ahead to request for, it's like a kind of an auction. They auction it to us and we clear it because of the demurrage accruing. It has already accrued demurrage. So for us to clear it, we must write it as a overtime cargoes so that the custom will now allow us to pay a little money to clear the containers from the sites. Because of lack of, most likely, our contractors, due to one problem or the other, they abandon the containers at the sites. Automatically, it has become, some have stayed 2 years, 3 years, so it has entered overtime cargoes. So through the custom, we can clear those cargoes by declaring them as overtime cargoes.
What relationship does your department have with TCN contractors to ease project delivery?
My department plays a very good role right from the manufacturer's side, that's before the shipping. Once a contract is being issued to you, we request there are some requests we used to collect from you, like a kind of information that we needed so that we make a very smooth operation for you. We ask for your bill of lading, we ask for your commercial invoice, we ask for your packing list, we ask for CCVU, which is Combined Certificate of Value and Origin, like the sun cap from Standard Organization of Nigeria, so that we make sure that whatever you're importing is going to be of a very good standard. And there's a manufacturer's certificate too we collect from you. We go ahead and request for your IDEC through filling that our Form M. We submit it to Ministry of Finance to provide IDEC for you. If you can get your IDEC before the arrival of the goods, you don't have any time to waste. All you need to do the moment the goods arrives, you clear them because all your certificates are ready. All you need to do is show to the custom. Moreover, they already have it in their portal. They compare it with the one they have in the portal and they clear your goods tax-free. So you'll be able to evacuate it within the shortest time.
How are you resolving challenges of insertion of wrong codes for non-taxable items and demurrage on overtime cargoes?
Abandoning containers at the ports by the contractors simply because he had a very wrong HS code posted on his equipments. So normally now, before we used to have a kind of, it was manual IDEC we have, but now it has become automated. Automation in the sense that you just fill in the Form M, send it online to the finance. The finance will treat it online, send the hard copy to you, and push this soft copy to the customer at the port, inside their portal. And at the terminal there, the customer will open his system. You look at whatever you provided and make sure that the HS code is okay. So what we are trying to do was, we had a meeting with the Federal Minister of Finance some time ago, and we corrected some of these anomalies. They are able to now use the correct HS code sent to them.
That was quite insightful. TCN does so much to ensure that power transmission equipment and supplies from original equipment manufacturers overseas are delivered right to the project sites. We thank the Assistant General Manager, Shipping and Expediting at TCN, Engineer Aminu Samaila Abarishi, for sharing these insights. We promise to bring you more informative reports like this. Before signing out, let's have the report again. Minister engages stakeholders on resolving critical issues to improve electricity supply. Lagos region of TCN commissions 2 power transformers at Alabon Transmission Substation. In today's interview segment, you heard from the Assistant General Manager, Shipping and Expediting at TCN, Engineer Aminu Samaila Abarishi, on the processes that experts navigate through at TCN to process orders of power transmission equipment from original equipment manufacturers overseas to the delivery of these orders at the ports and to the project sites. We hope you enjoyed this segment of the program. TCN wants you to support its campaign against vandalism and encroachment of the right-of-way of power transmission installations. Keep playing your role while you get more information about the sole power transmission utility firm in Nigeria as you subscribe to the TCN YouTube channel, TCN_Nigeria. We implore you to support TCN on Facebook as you like the page Transmission Company of Nigeria. You can also follow TCN on X, formerly Twitter, via @TCN_Nigeria. Experience TCN and its activities on Instagram as you click TCN_Nigeria. The company is prompt in responding to emails, so please take advantage of this via affairs.public@tcn.org.ng. You can also learn more about the company's activities on the interactive website www.tcn.org.ng. There is also www.tcnnews.ng, where you get more varieties of reports about TCN. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, appreciates your support as you join in the surveillance and strategic actions against vandals of power transmission assets. Amara Gugesi is saying to have a good time.